Hi, I'm Whitney, and I'm the author of the Everyday Gourmet Food blog. I'm going to be talking to you today about how easy it is to cut an onion, but to do it right and to do it quickly with even pieces at the end. So let's start. A couple things before we get going. First and foremost, have a very, very sharp knife. You probably know onions have a fairly thick skin, and so if you have a dull knife, it's more likely to slip and cut your fingers. So start with a sharpened, honed knife. The other thing I like to do is to take a regular grocery store vegetable bag and just put this to the side so that you have a place to put all your garbage. Now if you compost, clearly you're going to put it in a compost bin. This is a great trick to just simply throw it in the garbage when you're done and all the scraps stay in one place. So with no further ado, let's get started. The first thing you want to do is not cut off the root end. So you want instead to cut off the other end. So you're going to take your knife, cut off that end, throw it in your garbage bag, put it on the flat side you just cut straight through the middle of the root end, and you have two halves. Go ahead and peel the skin off of your onion. Sometimes easier said than done. Start on the other side, there we go. And when you take the peel off, again, if you're composting, clearly you can use this whole thing in your compost. Again, be careful not to detach the root end. Again, you can throw your scraps in your little garbage bag. Go ahead and do the second one. Simple, simple. All right, now comes the really interesting part. So the first thing you're going to do is put it root end away from you, flat end toward you. And then you're going to take your knife and do a series of cuts, not quite all the way through, all the way around. So you're just going to cut about, call it, right about maybe a quarter inch from the root end. So do that in fairly even slices all the way across. And that's going to give you an ability to cut the other way and get perfectly sized chunks. So clearly when you're doing it this way, the closer you cut those together, then the smaller chunks you're going to get on the other end. So you can size that based on what size dice you want. So then you can hold on to the root end with your fingers, make a claw so that when you get it to that end you're not going to cut yourself. And you can just simply cut through in very quick succession and get evenly sliced onions. And when you're done, throw the end in the bag, and there you go. Easy, quick, great tip for the kitchen.